Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. I'm gonna turn down a little bit of music, but let's hear the intro until the end. I love this music. Man. It
I see
starts
that
again.
It hypes you. Yeah, of course, it loops. Always, it always loops.
Okay, so I guess this is your weekly music live stream from Kevin and Łukasz. We are just walking, talking over some background rock music. Okay, I'm gonna pause it now. Hello everyone, and welcome in the first live stream of 2026. It's 15.
Oh, it's the first.
It is.
I thought you. Oh, so you actually didn't do the. Ryan, good to have you here. I missed you so much. Welcome. Now we
You
can
thought what?
properly start. I thought you did one on 1st or 2nd of January, but
No, like I was like, if you were up for it, Happy New Year, my friends.
yeah, Happy New
Thank
Year.
you so much. Yeah, I'm excited to do this. I was looking forward doing this. I was on holiday over the Christmas break and New Year's break. But if I saw you doing one last week, I was out. I would join. I would join from my snowboarding trip. Believe me, man. But you didn't.
While snowboarding.
Well, you don't snowboard at 4 o'clock.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so you are
Actually, I never
going
snowboarded. That's one of the things I always wanted to try, but I never did for some reason.
2026, the year of new things. Let's go snowboarding. I'm going next month. Go with me. I'm going to Białka, Poland. Just come.
Maybe. By the way, any New Year resolutions?
I want this is my regular New Year's resolution. I want to read more books. And this year is even different because like usually I start with reading some books in January and then maybe in February, but it's usually English books. This time around, I want to read Polish books again. I want to read in my native language. Yeah.
Wow. Usually it goes the opposite. People like want to start reading,
Well,
foreign books.
if I talk in English for hours every day and then on podcasts and then on live streams, then when I go visit my family, I forget words.
I know the feeling. I often have like I'm trying to explain something, but I replace plenty of words with like Englishisms.
Yeah.
And my parents like they nod their heads like they understand, but I know they don't.
Yeah, and also like the grammar structures are different and the idioms, you are starting using English idioms in your native way, which doesn't work usually.
Yeah. So about the like languages, I'm planning, and I already started. I want to learn hiragana and katakana. So these are
those are two new words for me. Explain.
Those are like those two entry-level alphabets for Japanese.
Entry-level alphabets, meaning they have more than two.
Yeah, they have three.
Okay.
So hiragana is like the simplified version of alphabet they use in Japan. They have katakana for foreign words and for like note taking, and it's like the same set of vowels and consonants and stuff like that. So hiragana and katakana, and maybe in this year I will touch the kanji, but they have like 2,000 words in that.
Oh, probably more than that.
I think around. Oh yeah, you might be right. It might be even more than that. So those are like not letters, but like concepts in.
So what's the most difficult one called?
Kanji.
Kanji. How many symbols?
This is basically like hieroglyphs.
Okay, between 2,000 and 3,000. Okay, no. Only, so kanji has tens of thousands of characters in total, but only about 2,000 to 3,000 are needed for practical literacy in modern Japanese.
No.
A standardized list of 2,136 regular use characters is what Japanese students learn in school.
So yeah, that's the plan, to learn those two at least.
We can
Also,
combine our resolutions. We can read the same book. I'm gonna read it in Polish, and you're gonna
Oh,
read
no,
it in
no.
Japanese.
I want to learn the alphabet first. Maybe I will start learning the language. And by the way, sorry to like quickly change the topic to more technical. Oh, and Rit wrote, I always wanted to learn Japanese because of anime, and it sounds badass, but I don't know if it's worth the effort. I kind of the same reason for me. I love anime, and I like recently realized that I know plenty of words because of watching anime.
Yeah, of course. Hongoku. Hongoku? Is that his name?
No, Son Goku, I think.
Okay.
Very close. But like I realized that it kind of annoys me that there are so many languages that if I would go to that place, I'm unable to even read the stuff.
Mhm.
So I have this like in the back of my head idea that I would like to learn at least all of the alphabets. But then when I like came up with the idea, and then I went with my wife to a Georgian restaurant, and I realized that Georgians have their separate language,
the letters are different.
separate alphabet. And then I realized that Thailand has also separate alphabet, and that Chinese people use also different alphabet. And there are so many alphabets that I started doubting myself quite a bit. But I wanted to change the subject a little bit.
Oh, really?
Because
Let's hope it's technology, man.
It's technology this time, yeah. I bet your X threads and your X wall, is it wall still? Is currently flooded with the new AI model that basically animates your movement into a person you want to act as. You seen that? Like a guy recorded himself doing stuff on camera, and then this stuff went through some AI model. And
okay, Kevin, do you remember when we had this conversation like a few months ago? Hey, how is our live stream going? And I said to you, so then when you explain something for minutes and don't share the screen and just draw figures in the air, no one can understand you?
Yeah.
That's one of those occurrences.
So one of the things that let me send you the thing so you can show it on the screen.
Okay, I can share.
No, because like I'm very annoyed about that, but for some reason my mouse, like I had this shortcut for switching desktops, just like you use with like 4-finger swipe on the touchpad, but it stopped working. And I basically feel like I have one arm less because of that. It's super annoying. So
this happens when you it happened to me when I was okay, this is strange. I'm gonna fire it up and I'm gonna share it with you all. So
although I'm honestly very skeptical. I'm very if it's actually AI or is it just like very high level trolling?
It's not AI. It's like the timing is different.
Yeah, I know. On one hand, I know,
but I don't know. Well, it can be. Okay, you know what? We are 10 minutes in, and the title of this live stream is called React and React Native, the year kickoff. The year is 2026, so we have that part covered. This is the first live stream, so we already like fulfilled the latter. Let's talk about the former. Let's talk about React and React Native.
So I assume you would like for us to start up with this week in React.
Well, yes, but also Bytes And also, yeah, so this week in React, I didn't know that, but they were on holiday. So the last post is from December 17. So I guess around the same time that we did the
Wait,
last
what
live
about the
stream.
next one?
I know. I'm going to it. So I was
okay.
yeah, it caught me by surprise that we had me and Kevin, and then Sebastian and Philip and Kacper and everyone working on the newsletter. We had the same amount of free time, basically, of pausing our
Oh yeah.
news coverage, let's say. So that's surprising.
It was needed. It was needed.
I was
so
thinking
hard.
we were going to need to catch up with all of the news, but I guess like we only have one newsletter, so that's great. But I guess I read Bytes, and Bytes didn't stop. I know that there are few editions of Bytes. So latest is from a day ago, and then this one is from 4 days ago, and then many Bytes issues, and that means many riddles to go through.
Right.
I want to start with this though. This week in React, again brought to you by Kacper and Philip. I'm not sure if we've seen Philip earlier in earlier editions, but for sure we've seen Kacper.
I think we even congratulated him his first.
Okay.
His first This Week in React.
Yeah, so thanks guys a lot. I know it had to be a lot of work going over 4 weeks worth of news in React and React Native World. Amazing. Okay, so let's start reading this. We're finally back from our Christmas break, and the entire newsletter team wishes you a happy new year. Thank you so much. That's good to hear. Time for reflection. Yeah, read more books. Blah blah blah. We have a new version of Next.js 16.1, security fixes for React Router, okay, and the announcement of Waku. So Waku is this framework. You know, Waku in Japanese is framework.
Okay.
That's a little bit of Japanese for you from me.
Framework, okay.
Yep. As for React Native, we have the release of Voltra. Yay, we were talking about Voltra last time. And the new way to create live activities and widgets, and a sneak peek of React Native 084 with Hermes V1 enabled by default. Looking forward to it. Shall we start with React Native? Because this is something that we know better.
We can.
Yeah, let's
also,
go there.
It would be very useful because to maybe schedule for one day a little stream about differences between Turbo and Nitro modules.
Didn't we discuss this in detail on like 3 separate live streams?
We discussed that it would be nice to do that, but we never did like entirely dedicated. And I'm putting this on the table because Rive library, you know Rive?
Mm-hmm.
They released a new version. So they went up to 9.7, and now they basically restarted to 1.5, I think. And they switched to Nitro modules because they are covering like animations and fluidity and gestures and stuff like that. So
this Rive.
Yes, and they are now they re-implemented everything to use Nitro modules. So I would love for us to have a specific topic of Nitro versus Turbo modules. Like, I need that.
Okay.
I need to understand what's the
Let's
difference.
note this down so we don't forget it, and then
and we need to have like a great specialist to explain that. And I'm 100% sure. And guys in the comments, please confirm, because I know you agree you will join that stream because you also would like to understand at very high level the difference between turbo modules, nitro modules, and like those low level implementation details of React Native, because this will improve understanding of everything underneath.
Let me respond to that. I will.
See,
I will join.
Told you. And then he also said that it's definitely a fascinating topic, and I think so too.
Well, I already have some people in my mind that can join us and talk about this. So first and foremost, probably Mark Rusavi from Margello, like creator of Nitro modules. Definitely someone that knows everything about Nitro modules. And then, like, if he's not available, if we can't get him, Jacek Pudysz, creator of Unistyles. We talked with him on React Universe Conf, and like he is basing his whole like Unistyles and Uniwind on Nitro, so he definitely knows a lot about it. So let's figure it out. But
Nice.
probably Kevin, like maybe this is a podcast topic and not live stream topic. Let's see. We'll talk about
let's see.
it.
Sorry
But
for
on the Rive docs, look at this. Did you see it? Do you see it?
What's that? I mean,
so I'm looking at the docs, and you can see a few lines of code, and by default, the only highlighted ones, there are two highlighted ones, the only clear ones are the ones relevant to the docs, and only if you hover over it, the rest is
that's nice.
like better visible. That's a nice effect. This is the first time that I'm seeing this.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen it as well.
How is it?
Ryan. So Rive has one of the like engines dedicated for React Native as well. So I believe it's usable in like Unity, in plenty of game engines. In like they implemented Rive in plenty of frameworks, Wakus. So yeah, and the capabilities of that are amazing. It's really nice. Did I see correctly that you are also able to like highlight only those?
What can I highlight?
That you can highlight only those. No, sorry. I looked at wrong part of your screen.
Okay, never mind. So that's Rive. Let's go back to This Week in React. And the first thing is Voltra 1.0. So Shimon was here right before holiday break. We were playing around with Voltra. This was an early version. Right now it's live. It's 1.0. Okay, this is an article by Shimon and by Sol, co-creators of Voltra. Sol was actually one that started the effort a few months ago, and then Shimon joined and helped out building those, help push this by the finish line. And what's interesting, where is it? Well, I didn't read the whole article. Where is the docs page? Documentation page. Okay, maybe this. Okay. So it's usevoltra.dev. Nice. So do you want to talk about this? We discussed this like last week, I was going to say.
We can get back to it. Because if we'll have some more time, it would be nice to go through like official release and to maybe catch up people who didn't see that. But I would like to see some new fresh stuffs from this year.
This is interesting, actually. So the guys at the newsletter say Note that Expo is also working on their own solution for widgets and live activities, coming in Expo SDK 55.
Of
55
course.
meaning the next release.
Of course, everyone is doing their solutions right after I figured out how to do it natively. That's very uplifting.
Okay.
I'm very happy about that.
Let me tell you one digression. So I was in Italy on my snowboarding trip, and I was with my friends. And then, like last time we were there last year, they bought some nice cookies, and we brought them back to Poland, just to find out, like 2 weeks afterwards, that the same kind of cookies you can buy in Lidl.
We got exactly the same. Like we made a small Halloween party, and our friends came from like Norway or Sweden, I'm not sure, and they brought us some sweets, and they were like, "Oh, we brought you some sweets from Sweden." We look at it like, "Oh, you can get them in, I think also in Lidl or something like that," and they were pretty sad about that. So yeah, I'm
Vladimir,
familiar.
what are you referencing? Yesterday was
Yeah.
rough discussion on X about this library. What's rough about it? What's the
Could
discussion?
you
Can you send us the link?
Yeah, could you link it up or point us to the right direction?
Voltra. What's rough about it? I don't see it. So, Vladimir, help me out. And honestly, also this, Shimon is going to Miami, to React Miami. He'll get accepted with Voltra Talk, which is amazing. Which was Apple, I think, author deleted his account. It was about video used to promote Voltra. Okay. If it was deleted... Okay. If you find the link, let us know. So, own solution of this. So prepare for takeoff of with Expo widgets. This is nice. Let's see. The code looks similar to Voltra. Let's see how that compares. Is it the same package CallStack is working on right now? Are these two different separate libraries? Those are two separate libraries. Okay, let's move on. Radeon Pro.
Radon.
So, Radeon.
Okay,
so
your version is the best now.
What's the...
No, because you said Radeon, then I said Radon, and you said Radeon. And I think that sounds the best.
So in Polish it's Radon, right?
Radziu.
Or no? Radon? Fuck. Okay.
Radom.
Radom is Polish city. Okay. Radeon is an IDE from Software Mention to develop React Native applications. And then you have this Pro version, I guess. So build better React Native and Expo apps with Radeon. The VS Code and Cursor extension that turns your editor into a complete IDE you're actually enjoy using. Okay. What's pro about it?
No. I think that some time ago they made a free version. So it comes not as a surprise that I also made a pro version as well.
Okay.
I'm not sure like what pro version allows you to do. Maybe it's in...
Let's look at the pricing.
Oh, yeah.
So you have 0 for months for non-commercial use. And
non-commercial. Yeah.
And you get screenshots, replays, extended device emulator, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. I know that Ola did a podcast about this a few months ago with, I think, creator of this, with CTO of Software Mention, Krzysztof Magiera. So go check that out. It has been around, Radeon, right? The IDE. I guess like probably 3 years ago it was announced.
Oh, Vladimir said that it was a post from Casper. Yeah, Casper likes to spin up fire on X.
And then he deleted it?
That's actually strange. That's actually very strange. I've never seen I've never seen him back down from what he wrote.
Using Apple's video and shitty. Okay. Huh. It seems like they are saying that Shimon, by creating this video, copied the video from Apple WWDC. Shimon, you have something to say about this? But okay. Okay. I don't want to read it out loud right now.
I mean, it's all public. It's all public X, so people can read that.
Okay. Let's see. We will dig deeper into this. Thanks for bringing this to our attention, Vladimir.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was Radeon. Then Hermes V1 enabled by default, starting from React Native 084. Where are we in 084 release? Do you know?
Wait, when will is there new expo already?
No,
because I'm waiting for a new expo with I think
Expo 54 is the newest one.
Okay, so I'm waiting for 55 because in 55 they will have React Native 84. And in React Native 84, they fixed up one of the bugs that has been haunting me for almost a year now. Almost a year. So there is this bug in React Native that when you are using shadow in a component, sometimes it's not cleared properly when it's being pushed back to reusable cells. So you can have a random shadow somewhere on a list item because the cell taken to render that item was taken from component that had recycled with the shadow. So we in the project we call those issues ghosts, and they were haunting us for quite a bit now. And apparently in React Native 84 they managed to fix that. So I'm quite excited to finally get rid of that issue because it's super annoying. God damn it, sorry, I need to close. I wanted to check a couple of things, but I need to close X because now everyone is posting their videos of embodying someone with those new AI models, and it's annoying me so hard.
I don't see it, honestly. I don't see it.
Why are people so excited about a new age of scum and of AI sloppiness, overflowing? Oh, Ryan, you had the same. Oh, thank you. Because sometimes I think I'm going crazy. So many times the issue was going back. We thought we fixed it. We implemented a ton of shadow cleanup on component unmounting and stuff like that, and it keeps coming back. So yeah, I'm very excited for a new Expo release. I'm sorry for again derailing the conversation, but those topics excite me and annoy me at the same time. So I'm excitedly annoyed.
Okay, I want to talk about this now.
Wait.
three-
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Those
go ahead.
3 articles at the same time. So we have React Native Wrap 2025, month by
Mhm.
month by Callstack. React Native Wrap 2025, the year we entered our polishing era. And then Software Mention, a step ahead of those two companies, React Native 2026, trends and predictions. Those
Wow.
are good subjects for the first live stream in a year. So let's look at those two first, and maybe we can look at them side by side if you don't mind. Let me do something different now. I'm gonna share my whole screen. Hopefully you won't see any secrets. So on the left we have Michał Pierzchała and Szymon Rybczak. On the right, we have Josh from Infinite Red. And yeah, so first, React Native in numbers. Growth, 2.4 million to 4.4... 4.5 million.
Wow.
I guess that's downloads.
For some reason, I had the same issue. Like my head glitched while saying 4.5.
Yeah.
Seems
Expo,
unnatural.
850 to 2.4. 10 years anniversary, 7 major releases, two new TV platforms. Okay, I know about one. Which one is the second one? New TV platform.
If it's in post here, then it must be released.
I hope so. Okay, so year of new architecture, of course.
But
AI.
for the sake of everyone, let's not try to figure out the.
Okay, a lot of new Tailwind libraries, of course. 5 years React Native Expensify, React Native blah blah blah. Okay, React 19, Nitro views, new way to create high performance native views using the Nitro architecture.
See, that's why we need to make a stream or a podcast about Nitro and Turbo. Yeah, because everyone starts to shift to Nitro, and I kind of understand now because I had a stern conversation with ChatGPT about that, trying to figure out the differences. But I get that, but I don't understand. I need to understand it fully.
Okay, we'll do that. You know what? Let's do exactly that. Let's schedule an out of regular cadence live stream. So not Thursday live stream when we read the news, blah blah blah. But let's schedule something that we spend 2 hours with someone that knows it and can walk us through it completely. That's a
Sounds
deal.
dope.
That's our New Year's resolution, my friend.
Like public workshops.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna schedule that. Okay. So in March, React Native turned 10. Callstack released a new framework. It used to be called React Native Enterprise Framework. Today is called Rock, and then Repack 5.0. April, new React Native Legend List, React Native AI. In May, Expo SDK 53, Web GPU, and then React Native powers 600 million Office users. Oh, okay, yeah. So I knew, and it wasn't a secret before, that React Native is used heavily at Microsoft and in Office as well, and in Windows as well. But I guess there was some kind of
hush
article. No, it wasn't hush. Microsoft was investing in React Native heavily. They are maintaining React Native Windows and React Native macOS. So they were not hiding it at all. And they were speaking publicly about using it in Office. There is this talk.
They are using it also in Xbox, right?
I don't know about Xbox. Maybe. But there is this talk by Lorenzo and sorry, I forgot his name, from React Native EU years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, when they were talking about their like multi-repo strategy, and like React Native helps them ship the same feature to like multiple products at the same time. Blah blah blah. It's fascinating. I can actually show you this. YouTube, and then oh, that's us. React Native EU Lorenzo. Let's see this. That's not the one I'm talking about, because this one is on stage, and I'm talking about the one that was like pre-recorded.
Okay, so I'm gonna quickly go through comments. So Vladimir says, I'm implementing region monitoring using turbo modules, but not sure if Nitro would be better for something. Most probably not, because Nitro is like good for very interactive and basically it's shorting the communication between JS and native. But although region monitoring, it sounds very interactive. So, but yeah, it's all about like animations, gestures. So like reducing lag to minimum. So I'm not sure if it like actually improves performance in rendering huge amount of data or stuff like that. And Enrit said, yeah, Microsoft even had App Center, like React Native App Center. Was why are you laughing? What didn't I understand?
The head there. Head App Center. So yes, like App Center got bought by Microsoft, and App Center famously sunsetted the code push last year. Why wasn't this in the newsletter, in the React Native Wrapped? That's an oversight. It should be here. It should be in April.
What?
Like the sunsetting of code push by Microsoft. This was huge news in React Native world.
Did we talk about that?
Code push sunset. Code push is shutting down in March 2025. If you've been using it to ship over-the-air updates in React Native app, this might feel like the digital equivalent of getting "we need to talk" text. Oh, okay. Like there are alternatives, but this was huge news. The code push was the solution to do OTA in React Native world for years and years. Like I remember using it, I don't know, 8 years ago. Yeah.
And Reed says it was quite a deal breaker.
So this should have been in that React Native Wrapped.
See, the problem here is that the biggest chunk of my experiences comes from startups, and like I never got in any project to a level where I had to figure out, OTAs and optimizations on high level, and like I feel like this is like enterprise level problem solving.
Not at all.
Really?
No, of course. Like OTA is the simplest solution of like bringing the web bug fixing experience to React Native. So if you discover
I get
bug,
what the OTA is, but since I'm working mainly on like iOS and React Native, on iOS and then maybe Android, the OTA capabilities are a bit limited, and I don't feel like any of the apps I'm working on really need this sort of quick fixing capabilities.
Oh, I disagree. Like, so if the project is huge, then like definitely, and then like the setup for OTA is like more complicated, and you need like a release managers and like good processes around that. If your project is small and like you have 3 developers, the OTA is so simple to do in those kind of projects that I don't see the project size to be the something against using OTA. It's even a benefit. The project being small, like less stakeholders, less decision makers. Like you have 3 developers, like one is fixing the bug, the other one is pushing the button. Okay, is pushed to users. It's much simpler, much shorter feedback loop, like information loop, than in a huge project when you have to like juggle the product and features and bugs and users and platforms
Do you
and
think
regions.
that maybe there is a future in which oh, sorry, I need to.
Yeah, I see the future.
Sorry, I want to say that a future in which Apple and I'm not sure how to say, like Android, I guess.
Google.
Yeah, Google will do an equivalent of NPM, but like on device. So you will have one central
NPM on device?
Yeah, so we will have like one central repository with like libraries used between applications. So you can separately load the native parts and separately load the interface parts. And I'm curious about that because it's partially done now on iOS. I'm not sure if you noticed. I mean, I bet you noticed. In my case, a ton of my applications are being offloaded from the device. So when I want to use them, I need to press on them, and then they are like re-downloaded. But re-downloads like parts of those applications, not entire thing. So some sort of segmentation in terms of code base and features is already implemented in iOS. So maybe I feel like Apple is very
I know
good
what you're
in
saying.
like
I know what you're
surprising
saying.
everyone.
And like that would be cool to see. I wondered the same kind of thing, but like in React Native. If you have like 10 different React Native apps and they use the same React Native under the hood, why don't we just bundle one React Native there and like hook into it from different like projects?
Since we are at it, why not make a separate like store, like you have Apple Store, but make like Apple Registry where you can sign up all of your libraries. They can scan through them, and it would also improve and speed up the process of releasing your own applications because they can just go through like, oh, it's already pre-accepted in our registry, so it uses that this library. Voila.
Well, this is above my pay grade, like talking about those kind of things because I don't know the requirements. Like, overall, like from platform perspective, you ship a binary. You don't ship a source code. You don't ship like different packages that are tied together.
It's
You ship
constantly
a
being
compiled binary, right?
Yeah, I kind of get that, but in the same
Only
time,
in React Native world, you ship a binary that has this, I don't know, JSON under the hood, like text files that are getting processed by JavaScript engine in runtime, or maybe not even with Hermes, I don't know, but like overall, like Kotlin,
not
Swift,
so
you ship
not so lo-
binaries.
but not so long ago when we were, I'm not sure what we were reading about, but there was this word not uncompile. There was this funny word that so it is possible to like decompile stuff. So I don't know. I'm just because it looks like a lot is happening since this year started in both tech world and world overall, I guess. Like one of the biggest announcements that maybe we'll go through also, it should be, I think it should be in the newsletter, the announcement of Google and Apple starting to work together on bringing like on-device LLMs.
On making Siri better.
So like Apple said that they will be using Gemini to improve theirs. So yeah, a lot of crazy things are happening behind the scenes, and I'm very excited for this year's WWDC.
Okay, let's go back to React Native though.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Sorry.
we went on a tangent on code push that was maintained by It wasn't created by Microsoft, but it was maintained by Microsoft for the longest time. And we got here because I wanted to tell you about this video where Microsoft, like this is video from 2021, so 5 years ago almost, when they are talking about like how they use React Native in Office. So in 2021, they were talking about using Microsoft React Native in Office. Okay. End of tangent. Going back to this. And also, March, one thing that got left out, code push, was decommissioned.
Oh yeah, very nice word. Yeah.
April, React Native 079, Legend List 1.0, and then React Native AI. May, Expo SDK 53, which new architecture enabled by default. Web GPU comes to React Native. React Native powers. Okay, so we talked about this. June, no longer free legacy architecture.
So legacy architecture is the architecture that uses Bridge, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, new React Native, and then Nitro Week. Library developers fell in love with Nitro. In June, 3 major releases adopted Nitro modules. React Native Nitro Image, Video. Oh, I remember this live stream. We were talking about this. Like, this is taken directly from our live stream. We were talking about all of those libraries on that live stream. Cool.
My memory isn't as good as it used to be.
Maybe I was discussing with Burak at
Possible.
that time. July, Reanimated 4. I remember talking with you about Reanimated 4.
Yeah, I remember playing around with that. It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. And then Unistyles from Jacek. August, Flashlist V2, React Native 81. A lot of React Natives. How many React Natives were released?
I mean, didn't they go on the bi-monthly schedule in like half of this year?
Maybe, yeah.
So at least 3 more.
So September, React Universe Conf. Yay!
Or even monthly.
Only. Okay, so this is the new TV system built on React Native, Vega OS. What is the second one?
What's this? React Native Godot?
You didn't see this? You didn't hear about it?
I don't think so.
Okay, I want to see this other TV. So
that's so cool.
But this is only one. Where is the second one? 2 new TV platforms. Where is the second one? Okay, so funny enough, this is a blog post from Callstack. So we can ask Michał Pierzchała, who created this blog, what does he mean by a second new TV platform? Because I know about only one, and I'm a TV guy. I like React Native TV, so I'm like remembering something differently. Okay, so that's a newsletter from Callstack. Something new, something else that we'd want to talk about from October. Solito 5. This was on this live stream. You were playing around Solito with Fernando Rojo. December, no breaking changes. See you in 2026. Okay, let's go to this one, because some teams are very similar. Big teams. Performance. Okay. Nitro modules everywhere. That's is what you've been saying.
Yes.
Yeah. Then again, Legend List, Flash List. Again, something that was mentioned on the left side. Styling, unistyles, uniwind, also something that was mentioned on the left side. Faster compiling, yeah, and React compiler. As of React 78, React Native supports React compiler. Okay.
I never understood this this first class citizen. What does it mean?
First class citizen?
Yeah.
That you don't have to do any workarounds in order to use it.
Oh, so that's how you use this word?
Yeah, I think so. First class citizen. Let's see.
Because I've seen it used so many times, and I always I think I understand the gist of it, but I never fully understood what does it mean.
In programming means that this thing can be used everywhere, and in every way the other basic values in the language can be used. Most often this comes when talking about functions. Okay. First class entity can be stored in value, past. Well, it's not about in programming. This is
Yeah.
this is something. Where did you read it? It's not
In,
here.
in the title, developer experience is now a first class citizen.
Okay. How about in general English as in general English? Okay.
Yeah, I also forgot the word for it. What is the
Means a person who is treated fairly. Not a person.
term? Oh yeah, term.
Term, idiom, metaphor. Idiomatic or metaphorical, fully accepted and important part of something.
Oh, okay.
Not a literal person.
Okay. So I see that. I feel like this is happening more and more in overall internet, that people are starting to use some terms and words and are
Well, the
throwing it
first
around.
class citizen is not new. And
Okay, but
instinctively, you know what it means.
it keeps on happening that people. I feel like conversations and internet texts are now based more on instincts and less on grammar and actual understanding of the
Well,
words behind
this
it.
is how languages evolve. It's always the well, it doesn't start with the rule, it starts with the usage, and then rules follow from everyday usage. So if you started using word Kevin as a synonym for something great,
Actually,
in 15 years,
it's very often used as synonym for a very dumb person, like in Germany especially.
so in 15 years, in dictionaries, there will be Kevin, popular saying for a very cool person.
I don't see it, but yeah, I understand how language evolves, but
Yeah.
I feel like now this, I feel like every 2 weeks I learn about a new word that suddenly everyone seems to understand and use, and I'm like, what does it mean?
60,
I, yeah,
67.
yes, and I'm like, what does it mean? And people are like, and even people who are usually like, oh, 6 7 blah blah blah, and I'm asking them what does it mean, and they're like, I don't know,
It's just funny.
Exactly, it's
I
funny.
feel like but first class citizen is not one of those occurrences, because first class citizen is like a proper term that goes
Yes,
back.
it's proper term, but it's recontextualized for technical term, and I've heard it used so many times, like first class citizen. So I kind of understand, but I feel like a lot of Andrew asked, "What is 6-7 seriously?" My nephew annoyed the shit out of me with that. I honestly, I have no idea. You should reply to him with skibidi sigma riz, and I think that would be a sentence in new age languages. Like this is getting out of hand, and very soon LLMs will be like, I don't understand you.
Okay, look at this. The metaphorical use of first-class citizen for feature or for ideas or features, not people, shows up in computer science writing from 1960s. It's not new, Kevin. It's really common.
Yeah, but why obstruct? Why not use developer experience is now super important.
Well,
that's much clearer.
That's the beauty of language.
Yeah, so in 2 years you will have developer experience is now skibidi. And everyone will look at the article and they will be like, oh yeah. I heard that this year developer experience is very skibidi.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Thank you for that. I missed you, man. I really missed you. Okay. So developer experience is now skibidi.
Yes.
With the new architecture finally done, the React Native team. Yes. So with the new architecture finally landing in React Native, we finally unblocked all of those nice things that we've been discussing for ages. Look, I said for ages, not for exactly 4.5 years. I said ages, even though we didn't discuss it for ages because age mean like 100 years or something. I used it metaphorically because it means something different, you know?
So let me maybe quickly put out for people because this term new architecture and everything that got enabled with new architecture, it's so cool. So in simplified understanding that I have to all of you listening to us now, it basically means that old architecture had a bridge, and the bridge was basically this layer that was taking in JSON from JavaScript and passing it to native. Native was modifying some stuff, preparing a JSON, and passing it to JS side. So it was all like both parties had, it's basically like having a lunch and both of you have a translator and they communicate via the translator. So it's not really fast or comfortable or, cool. And with new architecture, now it's basically used with pointers. So JavaScript now is able to point at a place in memory somewhere and just like use the object in memory, and what is being passed to the native side is just a pointer to that object. So it's basically now like, we are working on this document together and now use this. So instead of parsing all of the JSON and going through the translator, it now goes directly like, use that. And native side is like, okay, I'm going to use this. And now you have this response. So it's all using pointers. What I don't really understand yet is the Nitro layer on top of that, because apparently now they don't even have to use those pointers in memory, but they can actually invoke those functions. Instead of asking native side to invoke a function, JS can just invoke it straight away. And so, yeah, sorry, but I all of those words like new architecture and Nitro keeps appearing, and I felt the need to at least share this very shallow layer of understanding I have.
Yeah,
but do you am I correct in this shallow way? I understand that.
Well, in your metaphor about like talking with someone over lunch, I would say yeah, I would phrase it differently. So like the old way was for me to tell you, Kevin, pick up the spoon and eat 1 spoon of soup. In the new way, I can just grab your hand and force the soup on you. You know, like I don't have to tell you, and then there is this lag when you contemplate what I told you and then you do it. I do it. I, as JavaScript, do it.
Okay,
So it's
fair
faster.
enough. I mean, honestly, it would be faster if you would tell me to eat it than to like.
Okay. Again with the new architecture, month by month again. Okay, let's see. Let's compare month by month. Let's see if Infinite Red picks up on the code push sunset.
Oh yeah.
So January. In January, they say the biggest thing was React Native 077. 077. They agree on this. Also in January, Evan Bacon showed export router, bottom sheets, legend list beta, and Shopify. Also Shopify. Okay. February, React Native 78, 78, state of React Native, and they have Nitro modules here. Okay. Oh, in March, there is no links here. And then they are talking about links a lot. React Native worklets. Okay. April. No, they didn't talk about code push. Okay. So Expo Router, new architecture, Ignite Bison. We were supposed to play around with that.
Oh yeah, we
Not
forgot.
sure if you remember. We forgot. Yeah, reanimated 4, flash list, unistyles, Rosenite. Thank you for mentioning Rosenite. Maestro 2, Nitro image, blah, blah, blah. Okay. A lot of Nitro things.
And Reed said that nobody cared, I guess, about the code push. So it's like, this meme, oh no! Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, in October, the React Foundation. Yeah.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't yet like started, right? It's just announced.
It was announced back in October. It was supposed to be started in the following weeks and months. There was no blog post about it, so I guess it didn't start yet.
Holy shit! I don't like looking at those two recaps. It's just a freaking year. I feel like my attention span to the technology is so fried now. I got so comfortable with change in technology that if somebody would be like, oh, we figured out teleportation, yay, I would be like, oh, I guess it. I thought it was like figured out a month ago, but fine.
Wasn't it already solved?
Yeah, I swear I teleported like a month ago.
Well, it's also like the pace is mind blowing, but it's also this like we do this almost every week, and then we read about all of those things, right? So I get numb, honestly, with all of the new things that I read about, that I know that exist, but I don't use in my daily work usually. So like I'm aware that they are there, but I don't remember if they are there for a week or maybe for a year. Or maybe I saw like a beta announcement 3 years ago and it only went live like last month or something.
You know what I realized today when I was like also catching a bit of like news and stuff like that. I realized one thing because I keep seeing the news about the Claude 4.5 that it's apparently like super amazing at programming and stuff like that. And I realized that for like senior developers and like engineers, it's super cool. It's amazing. It's a great tool, right? But I'm afraid that because we see it as a tool, we use it as a tool, and we know what it does, and we know how to use it, and all of those layers. But I'm quite afraid that if you give this powerful tool to juniors and to people who just are on entry level to development and to engineering, at some point, people will not be able to even discuss and talk about engineering related topics because they will parse everything through AI. People will stop to think by themselves. And
Okay. I saw in very similar fashion, I saw one like comment on internet that I don't know, like Aristotle or someone from ancient Greeks
yes, thought
said
that
the
books
same
will.
thing about books, about like people reading. They will not be able to think for themselves.
No.
I
He
can
said that,
w-
it will fry people's memory.
well, I can like figure out my own analogy to this. Are you able to discuss C++, Kevin? Are you able to discuss how your operating system works, how your kernel works, how memory, random access memory works in your computer? No, because
That's
that
why I don't do
layer of
that.
abstraction
But
is
thanks to.
already too specific for you because you work on the higher level of abstraction. And
Yes, but
AI is just another layer of abstraction.
okay, let me put it in a different like wordage, because I think that like this is a little bit more relatable.
Mhm.
All of us at some point, and that includes all of y'all in comments, all of us at some point had to deal with really dumb and annoying managers who were not like technically savvy at any level, and they didn't know what is possible, what is not possible, what is fast, what is slow, and how to work with technology. And what I'm afraid of is that all of the engineers will turn into those dumb managers, because they will just have a bunch of tools and cogs and machines that will be able to do the work, and they will just like throw the tasks at them without even thinking about it. You know what I mean? And it will not be like tomorrow or in a month or in 2 months, no, but at some point. And it's not about, oh, people will stop thinking, people will stop understanding what the machine did. We currently do the same, like we already so many times laughed at people who are not technical at all, making frameworks and making web pages, and then those web pages being like instantly hacked because they have. Yes, I know. God damn it. I know.
Go ahead.
I never thought that in my 30s I will feel like my like grandparents feel in their like 70s. God damn. It's
Go
all
ahead.
happening. Yeah, I even kind of look similar. Just give me like my glasses and I will be very similar.
Well, I
Hello,
understand your
Danny.
fears. Let me say this. I understand your fears.
Oh,
I
I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. I'm prophesizing here. I'm just prophesizing. I don't fear that. I'm actually very excited because in this society, I will be the guy who understands what's happening, and I'm
Oh
happy
yeah,
about
that's
that.
good for you then. Like
Yes,
why
I
are you
will.
mad then?
I will have a glass of water in a burning world. I'm very happy about that. Thank you,
Think about
Anthony.
yeah. Like I understand where you're coming from. I am really lucky. I'm really like appreciative about me coming into this field a decade ago or 15 years ago, or understanding programming for more than that, for 20 years. I'm really glad that I started programming in Pascal when I was 15. It gives me this mm,
Understanding, low level understanding. So
maybe
at some.
so like I'm not claiming to understand, like I told you, I'm not claiming to understand operating system like C++ mechanisms or like random access memory or like how CPU works. Someone tried to teach me that on my studies. I didn't, but
Listen,
like
I
at least I have this grasp. That's cool. But look, people that are starting to learn with AI, they will have this other baseline of understanding that you don't have. And then when new tools come in, they will be able to say, oh, I remember when I started with Claude 3.0 and
no,
the
they
new
don't.
kids
They
are
will
playing
not.
with Claude 90. They don't know what they're doing.
Listen,
I remember when I had to put my prompts with my own hands, you know?
Listen, I recently I got a very nice compliment from AI, and it kind of like triggered this understanding from me, because AI said to me, I shared it somewhere. Oh yeah, it said, "You fixed the bug in the most correct way without even realizing the theory behind it. That's clean engineering." And that's kind of what you said.
Is it?
So you
Is
like
it clear engineering? No.
yes,
Without
engineering,
understanding why.
the theory behind it. So engineering
Oh, the
is like
theory
playing.
behind it. Okay.
It's like playing with the stuff and understanding it without like all of the parts that connect it. And I don't know. And
Okay.
here's also a comment that bachelor degree 5 years ago was a whole different story compared to now.
Okay. I'm gonna go back here. So AI factor, thoughts, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Special thanks to React Native core team at Meta, incredible folks at Expo, software mention for reanimated gesture handler, Callstack for DevTools, plugin and rock, Mark Rusavian, Margello for pushing performance limits, and everyone who contributed. I agree. Thank you, Infinite Red. Thank you, Jamon, for all of your podcasts and blogs and all the work that Infinite Red does. And Infinite Red is restarting their conference this year. They are doing this with Expo. I think it's in June, I want to say. And I guess it's in Portland. So if you are in Portland in June, I recommend going to
God damn it! I would like
called?
to actually. I would actually
Chain
like
React.
to go.
Sorry. Chain React conference. It happens in July, actually.
Brian said that even Linus Torvalds is getting into vibe coding, but he can. That's the case.
He understands the operating system.
Yes.
Okay, so now we are able to go to the predictions. So we looked.
That's the exciting part.
Yeah, we looked at Wrapped for 2025. Let's look at the predictions now.
Ooh. If the first sentence will be "people will stop thinking because of AI," I'm gonna laugh at you so hard. Oh, okay, yeah. Now you are switching to the regular screen sharing.
I want to share just one window, so it's better.
There is another comment. Team Kevin, I think people with deep knowledge have better future because the possibility to understand and repair handcrafted code be a power of small group of people.
Yes, exactly. You are in the good place. Why are you yelling at clouds? The clouds are raining gold on you right now.
Because
like you won the lottery by coming into this industry 15 years ago. Listen, and not now.
I am a silly sausage and I really don't feel good seeing like a grim future for other people. I'm very happy about my situation and that's great, but I'm very sad about what the world will become. But example, for electronics, my mom have broken TV. Every person throw it out. She came with number of old men and delivered TV to him, and repair cost 200 PLN and not a new TV. And
yeah, exactly. So my analogy for this would be, if you
that's actually funny. Sorry, but that's actually funny. There is literally a site built where vibe coders are hiring developers to fix their mess. That's funny.
If you were let's say a really fast driver in 1920s, right?
Mm-hmm.
In 1920s, you were driving cars. You were one of the first drivers, and you were really good. And
Yeah, I
then
started on
I don't know,
horses.
Ferrari started their like own very fast cars, right?
The
And
Rolls Royce, let's say.
suddenly you realize, oh no, everyone can drive as fast as me. No, they can't, because they don't have your experience. You can get into a Ferrari and be even faster. This is the same.
Well,
They will
but
kill themselves in those Ferraris.
exactly. So why would I be happy about that?
But not literally kill. Okay,
If
let's
somebody
move
would
on.
come to me and be like, "Oh, everyone can drive as fast as you now," I would be like, "Oh no, that's not good."
Yep. Every
Ki- and-
time you start with this shit of complaining about the state of things, I'm gonna
Yes,
put this poster on.
2026 is the year in which we are introducing an old man yells at cloud segment.
That's the first. Okay. React Native 2026 trends and our predictions. Okay, so we're all back from the holiday break. Yes, thank you. Hopefully rested. Yes, thank you. And ready to face where 2026 throws at us. Well, I don't know. Of course, we're talking React Native wise. If you've skimmed React Native news over the last year, we did our portion, you know that there have been a lot of fundamental changes. The new architecture, turbo modules, Hermes, multi-threading,
Oh,
official.
oh wow.
What?
Wow, you impressed me so much now.
With what?
You didn't say Hermes or you said Hermes.
What? I did it wrong.
No,
It's not the correct way.
You
It's
said
not
very
the correct
properly.
way of
Yeah,
spelling this.
it's Hermes.
No, it's
Oui, oui, Hermes. Version 1. Hermes version 1. Oh, you broke your camera. Okay, you're back.
Yeah. Oh man. I didn't mean to.
Turbo modules and Hermes and multi-threading.
Oh,
And official debugging tools.
you should do when you do this French accent, you should only do this as well, you know? It seems that React Native is paying off technical debt that's been discussed for years. The framework is more popular than ever, blah, blah, blah. This is why instead of asking whether React Native is dead, the more relevant question now about its maturity and direction. Okay. We're going to do crystal ball gazing and try to foresee the future. Okay, let's see. The new architecture era is here. If you haven't jumped on the board yet, 2026 is the year to do it. If you haven't jumped on the new architecture yet, you are fucked. That's that's my professional opinion.
In my, I'm gonna second-hand this professional opinion, and if your app didn't yet go to new architecture, I would start a new repository and just like migrate the features. It's gonna be easier and faster.
Well, the last React Native with old architecture support, like support is not a good word, but like easy mechanism for old architecture was probably a year ago. Like probably, I don't know, I want to say 75 or something, 76 was the React Native version that the old architecture was still like usable. Since half a year ago, it's frozen. So like already 3 releases in, and like the further you go into the past, like the worse support is for all.
I feel like the biggest problem with that is the longer you'll like postpone migration, you will be cut off using so many libraries at some point.
Oh yeah.
I already see that in our project, and we are like trying to be at SOTA levels of everything. But yeah, it's whoa, my mind got broken for a second. But yeah, it's getting out of what's the word? Deprecated. Yeah, everything gets deprecated so fast now.
Yeah.
So yeah, move to new architecture.
So like the new libraries, right? The reanimated 4, I think they don't support legacy architecture anymore. And like it's a trend with all of the libraries. Why would you provide a support for architecture that it's frozen over the past 6 months already? Okay, turbo modules, fabric, and cogen are all part. Fabric components speed up. Well, I don't agree with this. Actually, fabric components speed up rendering with modern pipeline. This was a discussion on some of my projects like 3 years ago. Clients were asking, should they invest into migrating to new architecture, and what were the performance improvements of new architecture back then? And even Meta said back then that new architecture is enabling some performance improvements, but just by using this, those improvements may not be visible for everyone because nothing fundamentally is changing. Like you need those things to enable the improvements, to enable the concurrent React. And only now we see the concurrent React in React Native with like activities, right? With activity component, for example. So like those things alone, without this is just a fundament.
Yeah.
Like those are just fundamental things. You need the blocks on top of this to really enable the benefits. But I guess this is correct. The turbo modules by themselves can give you a speed up in some cases, but again, like probably not as dramatic to be visible by users. You need to have something on top of it. Okay.
I mean, honestly, I never understood this debate of native feel and stuff like that. But as I said, I'm old, so I don't care if an app is a little bit jagging. Like the features at the end of the day are the most important. But yeah, people are now pushing themselves more and more into delivering better user experiences and smoother animations and everything. So yeah, it would be very bad if React Native didn't step up to the line and actually deliver ways for people to deliver those amazing experiences with another comment. I think it just enables for building more complex stuff without the cost of performance, but for basic stuff there is not really that big of a. Yeah, thank you, Andre. That's exactly what I. Yeah, in very.
This is what we're saying.
This is TLDR of what we said. Yeah.
And even like in the complex project that I worked on 3 years ago, when we enabled new architecture, like things slowed down because we were optimized for the old architecture. Yeah. So like all of our optimizations were like for old architecture. When we enabled new one, we got a lot of bugs and like performance slowed down actually because like it doesn't happen by default. Anyway, Jakub Piasecki, new architecture expert from Software Mention, says, over the last year, we've seen a significant focus on compatibility with the old architecture, which shifted towards performance by end of the year. This shift was noticeable not only for the React Native Core, but only for community projects. It looks like this trend will continue in 2026 with full force, and the new architecture will finally shine bright like a diamond. Thanks to all of the improvements, it will look, Kevin, again, with this newspeak, shine bright, right? A metaphor. What is he saying? Couldn't he just say, and the new architecture will be good?
Riz or Sigma or Ohio?
Thanks to partial removal of the legacy architecture. Yeah. Multi-threading will become much simpler with React Native worklets, yes. And I assume it will be a bigger part in like this new what I want to say, like new abstraction layer. If the ground layer of React Native is already good, we will try to experiment with all of those like different kinds of using that, and worklets are one of them, like new threading. Won't have to jump into native module for performance critical tasks. Yeah. So worklets. What's next? Apps
Hello,
would get...
Nick. Hello, Neon Jeff. Good to have you here.
Hey, everyone. We are just reviewing the predictions for 2026 from Software Mention.
And for now, I do agree. I feel like the multi-threading is something that was put on my radar quite recently, and especially now with the on-device LLMs and stuff like that. I feel that we will need to actually have more control over the threads. So you should be able to run some AI models in your app without chugging all of the memory from the rendering.
How about I just came up with something. So I guess are they doing p? Okay, they are not talking about React compiler, but what React compiler does, it understands your React code, and then it makes it different, like rewrites it for you to better optimize it.
You
for
think that
performance
compiler
reasons.
will start like moving things to other threads?
Yes. How about there will be a React Native compiler that is able to move things to a different thread, basically.
That would be super awesome. Like if it will find, for instance, a list that has objects that are not used in any other like function, it will move all of this shit to a separate thread. So it will like be super smooth, because it would be actually, but it's super tricky. But I think that with all of those new amazing AI tools and coding stuffs, it should be possible.
Well, like I came up with that. An idea is mine. If you create this library, please mention me as one of the authors. And I named it already. It's called React Native Compiler.
Hopefully Shimon is not listening, because I bet he will have a POC by tomorrow.
Yeah, he will spend the weekend on it and we'll have it by Monday. So like you were saying that maybe we will, as developers, start using worklets and like moving things to different threads. That's a lot of work. As it was a lot of work with use memo and use callback and all of that.
Can I pitch in with the name for that library?
React Native Compiler, yes.
No, Ariadne.
What?
Like the from mythology, Ariadne. Ariadne? The one from Ariadne thread.
What is Ariadne?
Ariadne. Ariadne thread. Yeah, Ariadne thread. It was given to Theseus when he was going, I believe, to a labyrinth to slay the Minotaur, and using her thread, he was able to come back from the labyrinth after killing the Minotaur. And since
welcome everyone to your weekly live stream about Greek mythology.
Bro, if we have Hermes and stuff like that. Apparently, the garbage collector is called Hades or Addis. So why not have Ariadne for thread management?
Yeah, I guess. Okay, let's go. If we don't want to sit here for the next 3 hours, let's go back to this. So, smarter debugging and wider DevTool adoption. Yes, looking forward to it. Radeon will gain popularity. Yes, I think so. Although, okay, so Radeon is okay. You can use Radeon as an extension to Cursor, so I guess that works because I think like the regular IDEs will gradually slide in adoption in favor of uh like Claude, and Cursor will take over
See,
basically.
when you were presenting Radom, I realized that currently there are three camps with IDEs.
Mhm.
One is like developer integration, so basically putting emulators and running tools and everything into your IDE. But this leaves not a lot of space for AI integration. There are IDEs that focus mainly on AI integration, but they, in my opinion, run quite slow with regular TypeScript, ESLint, and those like simple tools for working. And there is a camp of IDEs that are like super fast in terms of type checking and helping you write code. So they are simplified and focus on the right thing. So I believe that in this year we will see a IDE that will join all of those things. So it will have integration with simulator and building tools, with nice and fast TypeScript and ESLint, and great AI integration, everything inside.
Okay, let's write it
And
down.
yeah,
And
and Neon Jeff said that basically EAS is Zeus, and I would agree with that, because Ryan asked where is Zeus in that, and Zeus is busy protecting the clouds, so Zeus should be like a protection library for your cloud-based stuff.
apps will increasingly adopt GPU and shader-based solutions.
It's kind of related to the thread topic, I think.
Well, I don't know about that. Like, I probably people at Software Mansion have like their own bubble. Like maybe it's not a bubble. Maybe like just like I'm talking about myself. My bubble is not about those like very beautiful, very animation heavy, very shadowy GPU heavy apps that are beautiful. Uh Maybe for that portion of the market, like that's true. I think like most of the apps though have to be useful first and then awesome to interact with later. So
So in
like you have to
short,
have the usefulness as a first step in your app.
it should
And
be a
that's where
first
React
class
Native
citizen.
shines.
So you are creating apps that are just like me, ugly but useful. But I do agree with the GPU and shader-based solutions, mainly because in React Native, at least that's my opinion, people are either creating new tools out of necessity, or they are reappropriating tools that already exist to do different things. And there is a huge need in the like new AI driven world for running AI models. And for that, we need more powerful access, not just to CPU, but also to GPU. So there will be more and more tools allowing us more and more access to GPU related things. And it is mainly created now, I believe, for AI solutions and AI related things and calculations. But there will be a bunch of people who will take those tools and they will reappropriate them for other things. So I believe, like, for instance, mocap mocap and like extended reality and stuff like that, like rendering, it will have a nice boom in this year, because people will be able to write a simple React Native application and use the shit out of GPU on device. At least that's what I think. So yeah,
I don't know what mockup is.
motion capture. So basically, you should be able to like put your phone on the stand, react, like do some stuff, and this will translate into movement in 3D space.
Okay. Welcome to React's native words, Rafał. Good to have you here. We are a happy bunch of developers and we are happy to have you in our bubble. Stick around. There are some better tools coming. I already don't know how to speak. It's been a long day.
Yeah, and don't worry, you don't have to ditch Flutter. React Native can be your side babe.
Yeah. Flutter can be your still first-class citizen.
Yes, exactly.
Running joke. Okay. So the right ones run everywhere dream is about to become a reality.
Yeah,
For years the gap,
especially when you have very shitty opinions on X, you can write them once and then run everywhere because people see you and they chase you.
for years, the gap between web and mobile development in React Native was bridged by React Native for web. However, as we step into 2026, it's clear that our RNW has entered a maintenance-only phase with no major features on the horizon. The spotlight has officially shifted to React Strict DOM. While many wonder if RSD was ready for prime time, 2025 proved to be the tipping point, with major players like Zalando already implementing in production to unify the rendering engines. The transition to truly universal codebase is accelerating. Yes, and there is a talk from Nicholas from ReactConf 2025. Nicholas is the creator of React Native Web, and he works at Meta now, and he works on React Strict DOM, and that talk really bridges the like history of React Native for web and like React Strict DOM, and
oh yeah, we talked about
showcases
that, right?
you like the differences between like the two approaches. So if you want, Kevin, I just like exclusively for you, Kevin, I can explain real briefly how it works, like why it's different.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So what React Native for web is trying to do is to force, is a strong word, maybe allow all of the developers, React Native developers and web developers, to use React Native syntax to render on both mobile and web. So you still would use texts, views, image in brackets and in all of that. And that renders on mobile and it gets transpiled to React to P's and A's and divs under the hood and classes on web. That proved to be two things. Ineffective to bring web people to start using different flavor of React.
Ineffective?
Like people from web don't want to be using views and texts because they are not used to it. And there are many more web developers that they're like React web developers than React Native developers. So if you want to force everyone to using one flavor of React, it's probably better that everyone is using the flavor that most of React developers are using, which is web flavor of React. Right? So that's one thing. And the other thing is that transpilation step, I don't know why, but like was like had some performance issues basically. It wasn't web native. Let's say.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, that was one of the things that really surprised me. Like, if we are using text component in React Native, why couldn't we really just use span, for instance, or P?
And this is exactly. So this is the documentation from Nicholas GitHub. So this is how you would use React Native on web. just like your regular React Native views, texts, images, and style sheets. And it would be like transpiled into a proper web page under the hood. And you would import this from React, but in package JSON, you'd have React Native Web.
Okay. See, the thing that I now don't fully understand from everything you said, I always thought, because you pushed a very strong emphasis on bringing people from web to native. I really thought
making
that it's
people
all
from web using React Native syntax, meaning this.
Yeah. I get that, but I honestly, for this entire time, I thought that all of those resources that go into creating React Native web, it's to enable React Native developers to create apps that work on web.
Yes
So,
and no. Like,
because
yes,
once we
in
have
a
those
sense that
because once we have those powerful tools, the web guys, they will just like, okay, fair enough. It will be easier for us to learn this new syntax and be able to write apps for mobiles than to, because I think that
the
I don't really
effort
understand the goal.
effort is exactly like what you said, like it's on a good path, right? So we, as a super successful team in mobile development, we want to bring our own application to the web. What we can do is use React Native Web and have that web page running in no time. But then we grow and grow and we hire web developers and then come in and they see our shitty React Native code running on the web and they say, what the fuck, guys? Like, I'm a React developer. What is this shit? This website is not web native. It doesn't have web performance. It doesn't have all of the web primitives like CSS and all of that. In order to embed that in that React Native Web project, you have to do workarounds. So your website is not following the best and newest web standards because you are using React Native Web, basically. You have to do workarounds. Imagine that, and like maybe in our super successful app, it's not that big of a problem, but what we are, so that was from our team's perspective. Let's look at it from the top down, from React as a language perspective. We want to have a universal language. We don't want to have that friction between native developers and web developers. We want to have React developers. So if React population of developers is 20 times larger than React Native, it's gonna be probably easier to adopt web standards as mobile developers because we are better people, basically. Like,
what? If
we are bigger person.
If you would give me the same pitch, but you would be talking about music, I would have to call you a sellout.
A sellout? Why?
Yeah, because it's not like improving the tools and like enriching the lives of the developers that you already have. It's changing and like creating new tools to gain new popularity in between people that are not open-minded enough to make a switch from technology.
It's not about that. It's not about that. Like, so web development has a lot of web standards that React Native actually borrowed 10 years ago and created our own version of those standards. Like, based on web standards, we started adopting them, but not all of them. So like the parity between web and mobile was not really there.
Shifted.
Like the feature parity between web and mobile was not there. Never. And like there was this continuous effort of bringing that, and just like React Strict DOM is just another step. So React Strict DOM is is bringing the web syntax to the mobile, but not only. Like, it's not only a syntax. It's also about bringing the web standards to React Native, I think. So you would write your page like this. So your app like this. So this HTML will have divs and labels and, I don't know, Ps and whatever. And this would render to views and text on React Native side. You would have this CSS that would render to style sheets on mobile, but to regular CSS on the web. So like the parity comes from like the same kind of root. You don't have to like create workarounds in order to do that. And then look, like this is the same basically. I thought it was about something more as well. Oh, web APIs. Exactly. So like the web APIs is famously underrepresented in React Native, and React Strict DOM is working on bringing more web APIs to React Native so that the code can be unified. So
as much as I appreciate the effort and I totally understand the need for it, my personal feelings about that is, how about first we focus on like bridging the gap between feature parity in Android and iOS as a first step?
Well, you know that we as community can be doing several things at the same time.
Yeah, I know. I'm just yelling at clouds.
Okay, let me do this then. So like, I honestly,
there's a good takeaway as well. I think it's also just about making more companies pick React Native as their go-to technology when developing a new product.
Yeah, exactly. If you have already your web page written in React, just add those HTML dot, and hopefully it will start working in React Native right away with React Strict DOM, which is huge benefit.
Okay.
And then React Native is moving closer to web APIs.
But don't you also think in the same time, because there is also a quite a big shift in how people are using the internet now. And I'm just curious if like those like web-based applications will still be a thing like that people are going to go to.
Just before you continue, let me know if I should fire up this one or not. Okay?
No, that was a simple question, not an opinion. I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering about clouds.
Well, to answer your question, look at this. Because React Strict DOM uses a web React standard, this is already deeply understood by the LLMs. Like it's gonna be better, basically, to align on the same standard. Even though under the hood it's gonna diverge on the lower level than on the syntax level. If we are diverging on syntax and API level, it's like two different branches of that React. If we can diverge lower than that, we can write more unified code. More of the code can be unified between web and mobile.
It kind of feels like we are becoming Linux. There will be distributions of React.
Oh yeah, we already have that.
I'm a React developer. Oh yeah, really? Which distro?
Yeah, like with this new system from Amazon, Vega OS, right? So Vega OS has this React Native first-class citizen kind of thing. Like you write React Native as a first-party language there.
Mhm.
Under the hood, it's not like React Native on iOS or React Native on Android. It's React Native on Vega OS, which
Isn't
is
it
their
also
own.
similar with Lynx, actually?
I
Isn't
don't
it
think
also
so.
like a separate distro?
Well, Lynx is not React Native. Lynx is not. It's not even React. It's React-like. It's
Oh yeah,
Preact.
yeah. So that's what I kind of mean. It's it's a different distribution of Linux. It's
Well,
based on the same
yeah.
the same.
In that sense, maybe, but so like Vega and React Native at least share the same Surface API of React
Rafał
Native.
said that this happened to Flutter too. Few companies have their own Flutter fork, like LG for TV or Toyota for cars.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Rafa, great to have you here because you bring also the fresh point of view from like Flutter. Consider yourself a Flutter representative on those streams now.
Yeah, come back next week. So, the future of universal apps isn't just about sharing logic anymore. It's about one code base, one standard, and a seamless experience across every screen. I agree with Błażej, who is probably not French, but I chosen to do a French accent because this is what we're doing this year. Okay.
This entire year.
Now React Native support HarmonyOS for TV. Okay.
So isn't that the second thing?
This is from a day ago. Huawei and Software Mention bringing React Native support to HarmonyOS next. Huh. Thanks so much.
We should have this like special sound from this second, like breaking news.
Yeah, like we should have a breaking news. This is huge. I didn't know about that. Okay. I guess we either this is in the newsletter or we will see this in newsletter to like next week.
Yeah.
Is it here?
Harmony.
Okay, the only Harmony I have here, and it's from 2024, and no, so no Harmony OS in this release of newsletter, and like this is from yesterday, and this is sorry, not this. What is it? It's here. So yeah, we will see. Like I'm gonna read this, and probably next week it's gonna be in the newsletter.
Nice.
Okay, let's move on with this trends and expectations.
Yeah, GPU write once, run everywhere.
React Native would finally enter the stability and maturity phase.
I really doubt it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have completely different perspective. I feel like we've already are in stability and maturity phase for like 2 years.
And that's why I kind of doubt that they will just like, suddenly like, boom, here is version 1. Voila.
No,
I think that they will, they won't have enough confidence to be like, okay, that's good enough. They will.
But it's not about V1. It's about stability and maturity. It's about like the.
So we already have that.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
It's mature as fuck. React Native can drink.
Well, I don't think so. It's 10 years old and it's just a technology. It's not a person. Okay, stable releases. Like on React Universe Conf, Jorge Cohen from Mera, the engineering manager at
Yeah,
Mera.
Jorge, amazing guy, very fun.
Yeah, like in his talk, he said like we are in this maturity and stability phase. We are moving towards more stable, but like I feel like we've been there. Like this year, this past
Mhm.
year was already that was already in an effort to stabilize and mature. So yeah, but maybe like it's gonna be even more. I think so. Yeah, who knows?
I honestly think that currently we might actually go the other way and go through break shit and increase and make new stuff and migrate and improve. And next year will be okay. Now let's stabilize.
Well, like the whole ecosystem, it always feels like chaos. Like you have worklets here and like Nitro here and then Voltra here and like the new library is here and like the React Native itself compared to the whole ecosystem, React Native itself seems stable. Seems stable as fuck because like the whole ecosystem is like constantly popping out like these new ways of creating things.
Mm. But as much as I do agree with you, there are still so many things that, like, very regularly when I talk with people around our industry, I keep hearing this one sentence that says it should be easy. Like there are constantly those like weird corner cases that you are stumbling upon, and you're like, oh wait, why is it so hard to do? It should be easy. It would make sense for it to be easy, but turns out that because of how everything works, it's not, or there are some like bugs from way long ago. So I kind of understand that React Native feels very stable and like awesome to use, but very fast you might hit the wall with, oh, why is it so hard? And you need to suddenly start taking other libraries that like break the initial, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
is basically like, you have this nice, great, amazing tool, batteries not included, and then you start playing around with batteries, and turns out that, oh, with these batteries this is getting overcharged and it breaks. So suddenly you have this Frankenstein monster in front of you, and you're like, sitting back and thinking, wow, it should be easy. Like this one feature should be easy, but for some reason I had to do really a bunch of tricks and things I learned in order to achieve that. Like one nice instance of that is a thing that I'll be recently most probably hitting. Um, the highlighting, the copy paste, simple copy paste of messages. It should be easy. It's not,
Okay.
because like even the text component, simple text component, uh, on Android and on iOS, it doesn't work in the same way on those both devices. Like you can have text, and when you add selectable, it will work great on Android. On iOS, it will not highlight the text. You can just copy entire block of text. So simple things like
Well,
that.
you know what? Maybe this can be your New Year's resolution to contribute to React Native in order to make it better for everyone. What do you think? Maybe we can even, I'm not saying that we should, but maybe we could do it live.
Making a library for selecting.
Well, contributing to React Native core to make it better, to figure out how it should work and like make it work.
Well, the worst part is that I don't feel like I'm good enough to actually improve those things. I can notice issues, but I'm unable to say how they should work or how to fix them. Um, so yeah, I can only yell at clouds.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, man. we are done with this article. Thank you, Kasia Smoleń, who wrote this for us, and thanks everyone at Software Mention for collecting these thoughts. I agree with 80% of it. Definitely, it's gonna be a great year in React Native. We just passed 2 hours of this live stream, and I'm pretty tired, but we still have a lot of things to cover. So let's just look at it really briefly. Let's time box it to 5-10 minutes. Let's look at it really briefly. What we missed this week. So, why? Oh no, it's not this one. Okay, cool. So here, React Security Scanner. Shit, Ola told me about it, and she said that it looks so promising, and that she hopes that we will discuss it on today's live stream.
So
sorry, Ola.
It's basically like compiler, but for security.
It's not compiler. It's about scanning your app for security vulnerabilities.
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant. Like compiler goes through and improves and optimizes stuff. So this will go through and point out like, oh, this is not secure.
So what is it? It's an open source static analysis security scanner built specifically for React Native and Expo application. It performs comprehensive security audits without executing code, analyzing the abstract syntax tree and file contents to identify vulnerabilities, expose secrets, and security misconfigurations.
Is it free though?
Well, it seems like it. Okay, installation, you need to install it. Then you can build it from source because it's open source. Then you verify. Then you do RNSec scan. Then you view results, understand results, and okay, how it works.
That's it?
Blah, blah. Well, yeah.
Well, I think that before our next stream, I might actually use it.
Yeah, just like run it on all of your projects.
Yeah, I think I might.
Okay, so let's go next. So that's what Ola. That section was for you, Ola Linczewska, our co-host of our podcast and sometimes guest on this live stream. Facet pack, promising 30 metro transport. Okay, React Native. Oh yes, this one. So I was wondering how far along are we to 84. It seems like we already have the RC. So I guess, I don't know, like 3 weeks more and we'll have the release, probably. A lot of things here. Okay. Radeon 115, Sonar Native. What's that? Toast library.
What?
Well, it makes toasts for you.
Great. That's what I. Oh,
French toast.
Oh, that's what actually. Yeah. Actually, I wanted to buy a toaster. Thank you for reminding me about that.
Oh, those are nice. Those are pretty nice. They look nice. Expo snack. Okay. Let's not dwell on it.
Neon Jeff says that this is best toast library for React Native, honestly.
Okay.
And can you recommend some toaster like for bread?
Yeah, I have a white one. It works.
I want to like
Well, I have the exact one. Like it doesn't do. I need to put it down. It doesn't do it itself, but like it.
Oh no, I can crank it down. I just want for it to like and have a nice toast bread.
It does that. I can send you the photo, like, but honestly, like probably all of them work the same way. Okay, so that was React Native, but we still have React to cover. We will just skim over it and go home. So, how to still... This one is fun. This is fun. How to still React component. So apparently you can use AI to scan a website, and then based on that website like rendering pattern or whatever, it can figure out how your code looks like. It's awesome.
In total honesty, and yes, I might yell at one cloud.
Okay. Wait.
AI is currently able to deep fake like your entire body and make you naked and make you move and like do crazy stuff. So I'm not really that surprised that it's able
I
to.
just hope it's gonna make my muscles bigger.
Yes, muscles.
All of them.
You know what also makes your muscles bigger?
Gym?
Lifting. Yes, lifting and workout.
I'm going to gym right after this.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna do a workout right after that as well.
Okay. So building type-safe compound components. Okay. Convenient API for grouping dialogues, models, and selects.
What is the compound component?
So I guess it's this. It's something composition, composition that okay, so let me fire up another one. Oh, this one. No. So Fernando composition.
Oh, right. He had the composition is everywhere, right? Yeah.
Composition is all you need. So that's the talk about like using this exact pattern instead of using props. You use like composition pattern for components, and instead of this, you end up with this.
Okay.
So this is a library for, I guess, making this more type safe. This pattern making more type safe. Okay, I'm gonna send. This is great talk. Like, I recommend this to everyone. It's my favorite from this conference. It's so easy. You would think I could do this talk, but you didn't, because like in order to bring this like very easy subject in an easy way, you have to like have a hell lot of experience to like talk in this way about this subject.
That's one of those things that it requires a lot of like proper understanding of a subject to be able to explain it in
such a clear way, right?
Yes, yeah. It's one of those things that I bet that there are quite a bit of topics that you had this like moment, and suddenly you can explain them like really simply, but people look at you like you are crazy and they're like, what? It doesn't make sense. No, it makes sense. Listen.
Did Kevin break or did I break?
What do you mean?
You froze for a little bit, but I'm not sure if only for me or what. Okay, let's wrap it up. So that's the convenient API for grouping dialogues. Experimenting with BUN. Okay. Sharing data with client components. RSCs can't use context directly. Yes. Instead, they pass data to client component. Okay. Understanding use.
Oh, no, wait, sorry. So V couples compiled component features from Web React. We didn't mean the compiled component. It's compound, even not composed.
Compound. Okay, yeah.
Compound. So it's like components stacked on each other. Like it's I know what you mean. It's a kind of a different case, I'd say. Different scenario. I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm getting I'm like low fumes.
Yeah. So like the React section seems to be heavy in articles and not heavy in announcements themselves.
Mhm.
There are some videos and there are some packages, but a lot of announcements in React native part, not that many, or maybe not. Yeah, there are some announcements in React native part. Okay, I want to wrap it up. It's 2 hours 10 minutes. It's been my favorite 2 hours and 10 minutes in this year at work, not in overall, because I've been snowboarding, so like that was my
No,
favorite week this
of
year.
course.
But like this 2 hours and 10 minutes were my favorite 2 hours and 10 minutes of this year's React and React Native part of my life. So thank you so much, Kevin.
I had a blast as well, and I do agree. It was the most fun I had since I got back to work as well.
I want to thank you. I want to thank everyone. Like the chat is booming this year. Ryan is
Yeah,
here. Andrit is here. Who else?
a lot of people.
Cyrus is here. Huh. Look at this. Did Ryan changed their name? Is it the other way around?
No, I don't think so.
Ryan, did you change your nick? Did you change your like how is it called? Like
Nickname.
nickname?
Yeah.
I think it was Ryan something before and not
No,
Nekena Ryan. Okay.
No, it was
I might
once
Sorry
or
for
twice
that.
he logged in from a different account and it was
Or
something
maybe.
completely different.
I want to thank Łukasz Chludziński for posting a comment. Vladimir, thank you so much. Damian, thank you a lot. And then there was someone else. Danny joined us. And then there was one last person. No, Nick, thank you. Neon Jeff, thank you. And Rafał, thank you so much. Oh no, I forgot one thing. We need to do it again.
What happened?
We need to do it again. We need to do the thank yous again.
The thank yous music.
Yeah. Okay, now you do it.
And you also skipped this little fella that also visited. A very cool person, Mr. Big Rydek. So thank you all.
Kepless.
And what? Oh yeah, Keppels. So yeah, thank you all for participating today. We'll be back next week, and we are back on our weekly scheduled streams. So, oh right, it was and Ryan. Yeah, makes sense. Ryan said it was and Ryan previously.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I'm on fire today.
Yeah,
it's a great start of the year.
Brain. See that Jeek just like started working now, right before workout. So yeah, thank you all. Next week might be more focused on the news. We are just getting back into the groove, enjoying first stream of this year. But also, Łukasz, thank you so much. I had a blast. It was super fun. So yeah, let's meet up next week to yell at some clouds together and discuss more technology.
Thank you. See you around. Thanks a lot. It's been a blast.